Welcome back to San Diego Short Film Festival. How are you today?
I'm doing all right. I'm recovered from last night's festivities, so
Yes.
I'm well.
We had a blast, honestly, and what an honor to have you back. And congratulations
Thank
on
you.
receiving all of the nominations and
Thank you so
awards.
much. Thank you.
I would like for you to first introduce yourself, just once again.
All right. Hi, I'm Whitney Wegman-Wood. I'm the writer, producer, and star of The Last Butterflies.
So something I'm really curious about is whether or not your perspective towards your film has changed, comparing to the first run, then the second run, now that the film has received such a huge feedback
Yeah.
and performed in various festivals.
I feel like I certainly have. But it's less to do with like the experience of watching the movie, because I hundreds of times at this point have I watched this movie, because obviously like while editing, and then we've done a year and a half worth of film festival run, so I've gotten to see it quite a bit. And of course, like as a filmmaker, there's like those few moments that like you didn't have the time, money, or energy to fix that will always irk you. Those exist there. I'm still contemplating going in and fixing those. I will never tell what they are, but they,
Yes.
little things that only I'm going to notice. But outside of that, I still really love the story. What strikes me is, so I wrote this back in 2019. It is now 2025. And to my absolute devastation, I feel like things have not gone in a positive direction in this regard, as far as our ecological awareness and really being active about not having Last Butterflies being our future in reality. So how I feel about my film has changed in that respect, where it's like, initially I'm like, okay, I want people to see this. I want it to be thought-provoking. And I think I have a little more frustration around it, because I almost feel like I'm screaming into a void. And so to that end, I think I'm going to have to definitely make a feature and scream louder.
Yes, we would love to see your feature. Can you please then talk about the lessons that you've learned throughout this whole process, whether it's filmmaking process or the whole process of getting this film into the festivals and the whole journey?
Oh gosh.
From 2019 to 2025.
I mean, there's so many different lessons on different levels, anything from, how to approach festivals in general, which is a long conversation that I'd love to talk to folks about if you're a filmmaker and you're like, hey, let's discuss how we strategically pick which festivals we're doing and things like that.
Okay.
I mean, there are experts that do this, right? There are festival like gurus. So it can be a very methodical process. But I think what I've come to realize is that you really have to be your own cheerleader, like the entire time. Whatever you want for your film, you have to be out there actively cheerleading for it. And I think of, this past Oscar season, right? Anora, which was an independent film, won. Now, if you look at the budget of what they spent on their for your consideration, like, it took a lot. But what I think is promising is somewhere along the road, this independent filmmaker was passionate enough that they talked a huge distribution studio into doing their for-year consideration for them.
Yeah.
So they went out and they got the funding, and the only way you're going to do that is if you passionately come at it and you're like, no, you want to be a part of this film. You want to be the one who's driving it and who's making sure it gets an Oscar nod.
Yes.
Be your own cheerleader. You'll find the right person eventually, and they will give you a budget, and you'll be like, ah! I've not found that person yet, but I have hope.
Wonderful. One thing as well that I would like to know is, what are some messages that you would like to communicate to the audience? What are some messages that you would like the audience to leave after watching that film?
Yes, so with my film. So it's so funny, right, that I should be talking about having hope, because if you watch my movie, there's not a whole lot of hope at the end. But I am probably one of the most optimistic people you will ever meet. And I think that's why I chose to create something that was so visceral and dreary, in fact, is because I think when you have something that truly hits you in your gut and gives you that visceral, I want to cry, I want to throw up sort of reaction, it sticks with you and you start to think a little bit. And so what I would love the audience to be left with is waking up tomorrow with this movie still sort of in the back of their head and going, what can I do? Just one little thing to make this world and this planet a little bit better today. Because that's all any of us could do, is like 1% better every day, sort of
Yes.
things.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank
And
you.
it's been an honor and a pleasure to have you here.
It's been an honor to be here.
Yeah, thank you very much. Please enjoy the rest of the festival
I will.
and have a lovely evening.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Thank you.